Right, you alright everyone? How are you? Right, I'm back. I'm going to try and make these videos a bit short, yeah? These ones, yeah? Because of uploading and everything, yeah? Yeah, I've woke up today. I feel $1 million again now. I'm awake, yeah? Sorry about the last couple of days. We said, it's at the stage, it's called the Art of War. Right, I need to know who's around me. I know star seeds and ET, who's here in incarnated ET here as well. Yeah, I know they are. Yeah. Now, the ones who I talk to you the most, videos, yeah, and messages a lot, yeah, I haven't caught any of you out. Right, done nothing. Yeah, I know who I had to and who I haven't. Right, but there's none of that going on now because that's it. I've been told. No one's giving me messages. They wasn't in the first place. No one's going to give me any messages. Yeah. I've been told to behave myself as well. I'm not allowed to do all that stuff anymore. It's horrible. I feel rotten. I feel so rotten. But some of you have come forward and been so honest, like it brought tears to my eyes. Like it was just so honest. And some of you, I ain't even pulled it on you. Some of you, the most honest ones, I haven't even pulled it on you. So don't you worry, you people. Yeah, he's been honest. Yeah, because I didn't put it on there. You're true. Yeah, that's why. I rely on your love and support, yeah, and that's why I need to know who's true around me, yeah. Now this one, like this one, I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you about Anunnaki, right? Now you've seen my videos about going right back with Linda and all that lot, yeah. Like, go back and get them. If someone can get some of them old ones up, yeah, when I'm tells you about the seeding and all that lot, yeah, be good, right? But wait, Anunnaki, lands of Anunnaki, yeah, Sea of Horus. This sea here looks like paradise, yeah. In lands of Anunnaki, the vegetation is very vivid, yeah. It's very dry, yeah. The beaches look beautiful, but the waters here are some of the deepest waters in the whole Great Dome. And the reason for that is because in here you got like 55-metre long, like snake lakes, aquatic, parasitic things, yeah, created by Anunnaki, yeah, in here. And they do not like, and they're very, very, very advanced. Very advanced. They think better than a human, these things in here, yeah? And they don't like visitors from outside. So you're fucked, yeah? Now, here you've got like continents here, like all round bank edges. This is all water. And the reason why it's all water around here, it's like a castle, yeah? Where they put the moat around them. But that's what they've done here. That's why they all their continents are in here protected, yeah, with one a wall and another membrane. But here around here, yeah, it's like you ain't getting in here, yeah. Well, they did for the galactic wall, take them out, right? Now listen, right. I'm going to tell you something now, right. Anunnaki are not good, right. Now I've used a little bit of the Anunnaki stuff to catch people out, right. Now, going right back, yeah, outside the gateway, right, when the Anunnaki's ancestors, yeah, mother, and a lot of more ancient spirits, yeah, right, got sold out by a lot of Anunnaki, yeah, because the demons got, they're very, look, Anunnaki. Oh, let's go for a thought, right? Lands of Anunnaki, custodians, grace come from outside the Great Dome, yeah, right? They all come out from outside, yeah. I've told you all that video on all that lot, yeah, right? Right, Anunnaki, 5 meters tall, yellow greenish skin, animal type heads, reptiles, birds, yeah, to confuse human true history, to condition human mind, yeah, right. Now they're the biggest, strongest race, even above custodians. They've clashed with custodians, and they defeated them. Yeah, but what is the Anunnaki, right, are huge. They're a big army. Now, let me tell you, if Anunnaki were good, right, the size of their army, because like I've just going to put here. Like, let me read it out for you. And look, most advanced weapons of mass destruction in the whole Great Dome. Yeah, they controlled the children of all children, very connected to demon world. Anunnaki sold their ancestors out millions of years ago, and always one step ahead. Through their utilisation of portals technology, inside and outside Great Dome, they lack all empathy. Yeah, look, children of all children, right? But the Anunnaki, I wouldn't be surprised, and if I thought about it, I'll probably remember even more. The Anunnaki, yeah, created these other parasitic races outside the Great Dome, yeah, and it's all just like one big setup for them to come in here and just like take thingy. That's why human source took physical form, because it knew that at some point the Great Dome was going to come under attack, yeah, from parasitic beings, demonics, yeah, and they lack all empathy. Now, the technology Anunnaki got, and the size of their army, right? If they was good, they would have come in here and saved you a long time ago. Yeah. If they was good, the GAA and my mother and a lot more other leaders from other worlds, yeah, right, yeah, would have all teamed up and saved us a long time ago. Yeah, but they're not. They're not. All right, they're not. Their ancestors are beautiful beings. Beautiful beings. They're not. Anunnaki custodians, right? Anunnaki custodians, right? And the Draconians. Because the Draconians come in later on. Yeah? The Draconians don't come in till later. Yeah? And the Draconians, yeah, they're all they was all introduced to the demonic stuff. Like I've told you about, you've got to go back and watch my videos. Yeah, right? I've told you how all the parasites got involved with demons. Yeah? And the demons offer just the same as this lot offers all you, the demons offer all this lot riches, yeah, right? And with the Anunnaki, they promised the Anunnaki, yeah, right, if they sold their ancestors out, all their riches, all their gold, all what they got, they'd have it. They promised to give it to they'd have it all. They'd have the power, yeah? That means if they have it all and have the power, the demons have it, yeah? Now, when I sit in the post, right, or I run you through this, like, you'll be able to feel it, like, do your research as well, yeah? You've got to get these books, Joan Fraser's, yeah, right? Because them books, all I'll do, I'll read a little bit out, I'll take a few notes, and I'll go, boom. Like, because I'm there. I know how these fucks work, yeah? Now, what did we get to? Yeah, they are, and the advance, what keeps them ahead is the portal technology in and outside the Great Dome, yeah? And they've got the technology to cut the other parasites off from portals, yeah? Gives them a nightmare. But it is, like I said to you, it is in full benefits for all the parasites to work together. Because if they don't, the positives would find out and they're playing attacks, yeah? Right? Now, all that, like I keep telling you, it's all been dismantled. It's all been dismantled, right? These lands are all beyond the ice walls. Like I said to you before, every single, all 178 worlds. There's more than 178 worlds. There's worlds within worlds. Hundreds, yeah? All these worlds have got a vortex, like I drew on my wall, showed you on my wall, vortexes, yeah? And you've got destination codes things, you've got destination codes, and all these vortexes and wormholes all open up to them, yeah? You won't see space when you travel to a world, right? You don't see space when you travel to a world, right? You might see a bit of space when you're in that world and you look above, and that's just the sky, yeah? The real one, properly as real as what you're going to get, yeah? right? Now you got vortexes, portholes, and you got time shift in between every single last world. There's a time shift. Every single last world is on a different timeline. That's why they all look different, dress different. Yeah? Look at Avatar people. Yeah? They live on the beach, they live in the woods and the forest. Most advanced, got more technology than all you lot in their head. All technologies, yeah, are based on their spirituality and their well-being. Yeah? How high your vibration in spirituality and well-being, the more advanced you are, the more advanced your technologies become. Yeah. Now, I want to talk a bit about this a little bit more later on, right? But listen, where the Palladians come in, right? The Palladians have always kept well away from humans, yeah, because of the treaties they've had to sign with custodians, Anunnaki, that to keep a bit of peace, yeah. Every so often, yeah, they used to, not for many years, yeah, like thousands of years, yeah, but they would hit Palladium, our world, yeah, with like a natural disaster or something. Like, that ain't natural, is it? But or do some sort of a weather control in there. So I'm going to talk about all this because these fucks and all these custodians, yeah, and draconians, they've all been controlling the free energy within all the other worlds. They have to control the free energy, so it limitizes the technology they can use. Because if they all had full power, full energy like this lot, yeah, they would have been took out a long time ago. Yeah? But this is a quick breakdown on Anunnaki, right? Just to put you all at ease, all right? There's a few things on YouTube and on the internet worldwide about Anunnaki. Tiny little bits what's true. You got to find them. You got to twig them out, yeah. And when you resonate with me with all this, yeah, and the bits what I puts in with this, yeah, because those books misses out a lot, but they are bang on. That is like them people what put those books together are the people we escorted around the realms to collect info to bring back in here. That is when Pallades, lands of Pallades, and all the other worlds started getting interested in the spiritual awakening, yeah, the saviour of the human source, yeah. That is where it all comes in. But Pallades, yeah, right, they didn't want anything to do with humans for a long time because they didn't want the conflict. The same as with all the other races. All the other races for thousands of years, yeah, like didn't want the conflict, yeah. When you see size, if you've seen like I've just watched out Lord of the Rings and that, yeah, and the Hobbit and all them sort of Game of Thrones. When you see the size of the armies, you see them, the size of the army, yeah, that's what they like. And when they hit a world, when you've got like the custodians and Anunnaki working together, yeah, and like onwards, like forwards a bit, the draconians, like the greys are always in with these. The grey, no matter what goes down in the universe or the Great Dome in Gateway 10, no matter what goes down, there'll be a grey involved because they're intelligence. Yeah, there will be there's 13 different races, 13, 14, 15 different races. Yeah, 15 different races of greys. Yeah. None of them. You got grey types, but they're not greys. They're different things. You know when people say, "Yeah, he's a good grey," that's a good grey. No. All greys ain't good. You got some. You got like a type sort of grey looking ET, yeah, but they're not called grey. They're called other things. I'm going to talk about them, yeah. In other videos, like I say, I'll keep these short, 15, 20 minutes. Try to, yeah. Or bang on, done on, yeah. But just run through it. Like lands of Anunnaki, yeah, time shifts everywhere. These are the daddies, the Anunnaks. They're the daddies, right? Even like our world, the third realm, yeah, the food source for all of them, right? Yeah. They've been escorting food outside Gateway as well, children. Yeah, they get the children from here go everywhere through the universe. Yeah, yeah, and at custodians and the draconians, like the last like 5,000, they work together. They can't stand each other, but they have to. The greys are always in on the action. always in on the action. But what it was, I want to talk about it when I talked about the custodians, and because Draconians, look, if you read in their books, they tell you the real names. They're not called Draconians. That's the human word, the human language. Yeah, they're called estimates. Yeah, etimates. Yeah, etimates. They're called. Yeah, etimates. Yeah, they're called that. Yeah, if you remember, yeah, etimates. But they come in later, and when they comes in, they comes in through the working with the demon world and that lot. They all do. They get rewarded. The demons reward them with all sorts. Yeah, but the Draconians sort of went. There's the Anunnaki custodians. There's Anunnaki custodians. The Draconians went yeah, and the Draconians used their head because the Draconians are the only ones what didn't sell the Greys out. They've always been nice to the Greys. Yeah, Draconians they're all very psychic, but Greys are the most psychic. Yeah, Greys are the most psychic. Draconians, reptilians, type 1, 2, 3, they're very psychic as well. Yeah. Now, they knew Anunnaki custodians treat Greys like shit, basically. Yeah. Now, the reason why the Greys can't stand you, right, is because it was humans what killed their leader in one of the wars. Yeah. And the custodians, yeah, are meant to be their muscle. So they don't like the custodians because custodians promised to protect them and their leader, and they didn't. When they all was in the war, their leader got killed. And then these Anakin custodians think I can just pick anyone up and put them down again. That's why you've got the Zeta Maculi. Oh, I can never say the word. You know what I mean, don't you? The Zeta ones, yeah. The Zeta Greys, because the Greys fell right out of Anunnaki. Didn't want to. They thought, "Nah, fuck you. Like how you treat us." So they made their own ones. The Zetas. They created their own manipulation, yeah. And they probably kidnapped some of them Greys, yeah, and made them work for them, yeah, using their intelligence, yeah. That's what they do. That's what they all do. So how does he go around? But they know they've got to stick together, yeah. They've got to stick together, yeah. So we've got the Anunnaki, biggest, strongest race in the whole of the Great Dome was, yeah. They're probably the strongest out in the universe still, yeah. But that's another mission. Yeah? Once all this is done in here, but like I say, at the moment, it's all to do with the vibration. It's to do with the vibration, yeah. Right? So we've got Anunnaki custodians' ways come from outside the dome, Great Dome, yes. Right, Anunnaki, yeah, they're about 5 metres tall. Yellow green skin. The hierarchy ones are a little bit more brownier, darker, yeah. But they all use animal heads. The reason why they shapeshift their heads are sort of like humanoid, scaly, dry. Yeah, you would think they're reptilian, but they got reptilians like DNA in them and such, but they're not. Yeah. But they shapeshift their heads to birds, reptiles. Yeah, and that is all to confuse the human race. Yeah, I mean not just like here. Like elsewhere. So condition the human mind, like tip top, like they did. They lack all empathy, right? Like I said, if Anunnaki was good, yeah, the size of their army, we could have took all those parasites out a long time ago. But Anunnaki are the biggest parasitic race. Yeah? Their ancestors wasn't, but when the demon thing come in, because demons come from all over, like it's negative energy force. Yeah, if they can, these ancient demons, spirits, if they knows everything, just like we do. Yeah, but like I said to you before, negativity, demons will mimic positivity all day long, better than you. They mimic positivity better than you. Yeah, but positivity will never ever mimic negativity. Will not entertain it. Yeah, and like I said, no darkness, no demons, no greys, None of this. None of it's here. No doubt. The only negative emotion in this world flourishes amongst the majority. And some of you lot will think you're awake. It's negativity and jealousy in you. Yeah, this like feeling that you need to be like the one. Yeah, no one needs to be the one. No one needs a group. We work together. If you see my move, that post there, that pin post there, what it is, it's not so much the Palladian giving you that message, right? Listen to what it's saying, right? Don't worry about what it looks like and who's sending it out. Listen to what the words he's saying, all right? Don't think, oh yeah, look, he's a Palladian. He's like Ashtar. Forget all that for a moment, yeah, right? Just listen to what that Palladian's saying out of his mouth, yeah? So true. So true. Yeah? The most truest words, all right? Now, don't you worry. The Palladians and all the other races, the moment they knew it was 100% go on turf and all the parasites out of the Great Dome, they all went out. Yeah? Yeah? And like that, the other one I pinned post just before the new one, yeah? Right? When they said, never lift you. Yeah? We're here in all shapes and forms, yeah? All different. All never left you. The giants who signed their oath to protect all humanity never left you. Always been next door in the second realm. If you see the second realm at the moment, buzzing. Yeah? Buzzing. But look, there you go. Just a breakdown on. I want to do these breakdowns on these planets and races. Look, yeah, because then you are going to sort out all in between the lines, fill loads of gaps in, make a bigger picture of it. I mean, you read, yeah, because this is it. All the internet does is confuse you. It's like I said from the beginning. Everything's so easy to break down. Yeah. It's so easy. And the reason why it's easy to break down is because the ETs want it easy breakdown and they want you all to take all this on board, yeah? Once that's all on board and you're feeling like you've got to cut these strings, financial string, religious string, got to cut them. You've got to cut these strings. You've got to get away from profiting. Stop profiting. Just make sure you've got plenty of food and water, yeah? If you smoke a bit of weed, mate, you've got weed. Yeah, they don't go on that. All that lot. They don't go on that because weed. They know that weed keeps everyone cool and like, happy, man. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, they know that. They've got stuff for years. Like keeps everyone cool. They don't want everyone on the beer, on the alcohol, going out killing everyone. They'd rather have you all, yeah, chilled, cool, loving, empathised, content. No groups, all together. Yeah, no groups thinking they're doing this and that. All together. That's what I mean. To bring the world together. To bring the world together to work as one. Not groups here, groups over there, groups here. Together. Alright? Now listen, we'll leave that one there. Right? If I'm going to do another couple of videos today. Yeah, I'm going to do Uranus, Venus, and Jupiter. Or I'm going to do, there's a little bit lot to do. I'm going to do Jupiter and Venus, yeah? And I'm going to explain to you about the weather controls on there and everything they do, all right? Listen, love you loads. I'm Christy, I'm cool, I'm back and sweet. I love you all loads, and I'm going to see you in a bit.